Hello and welcome to Just Vintage Crochet, and let's get right into another mystery video. Okay, if you're new to the channel, I've got a bunch of patterns here that range from the 1840s and I'm just going to say the 1960s. I don't think we have a 1980s pattern in here, but as you can see, each pattern is numbered. I pull a number, I work the pattern. We have a pattern with no context, so no title. Anywhere that could have given away what the pattern is has been completely blacked out. Some of these patterns have photos. I don't have the photos with me. My son has all of those, and he's the one who picks out all these patterns, blacks them out, and cuts them up. So I truly have no idea what any of these are. I don't know what years he's picked from. So let's pick our pattern and see what we have to work with. Oops, got a jumper. All right. It's been a few weeks since I did one of these. What do we got here? How does this always happen? Look, if you are a regular on the channel, you know, I always wind up, not always, but honestly, 85% of the time I pick the pattern right on top. What? Okay, number 23 it is. So let's see. This one here comes from 1885. I don't know how that happens. You saw me flipping them around, shuffling them around. How does that always happen? Okay. It says use Evans crochet cotton number 16 and a fine steel crochet needle. Begin with 8 chains and then join in the round. So we're working in the round. So Evans crochet cotton number 16. I don't know what that is, so I'm probably just going to use a standard number 10 bedspread cotton and a number, probably like a 1. I don't know what size hook. Hang on. I'm going to use a 1.5 millimeter hook, and this is some thread from Miss Rosemary, a very good friend of the channel and a friend of mine. So this is beautiful. Like I said in a video when I first got this, it just looks so perfect for some of our really old antique patterns. So this is what I'm going to use. So it wants us to chain 8 and join round. So we're just going to do this one little step at a time. Get this out of your way a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Then join in the round. Okay, let me get one of my sticky notes because that makes these like wall of text type patterns so much easier to follow. Okay, work 24 single crochet in the circle and join round. Then we're going to move on to round 2. So we're going to start with 24 single crochet and then join. I'm going to translate that into slip stitch into your first single crochet. So here we go. 1, 2, and 3. I will be right back when I have 24. Right, there we go. 24 single crochet, join with a slip stitch. I'm assuming join with a slip stitch. It just said join. But I think that's a fair enough assumption. Okay, let's move on. Round 2. 6, or is that 5? 6 chains, 1 double on the second single stitch. And here is the start of the repeat. 3 chains, 1 double on the second single crochet stitch. Repeat from here. So we're starting off with 6, which means they want 3 chains between the doubles. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then a double crochet on the second stitch. So skip 1 and then the next one over. Chain 3, skip the next stitch over, and then the next one after that, work a double. So they said this is the repeat. So that's the repeat. 1, 2, 3. Skip the next stitch and then the next one over. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm going to work this all the way around. Does it say to join? At the end of chain 3, join into the third chain. Oh, okay. So I'm going to assume join means slip stitch. Okay, so I'm going to join into the third chain up. The pattern calls for us to cut, so I will cut. There we go. And I did go back and start my stitches over again, and I worked them in tighter. Okay, now here we go. Recommence with 1 single crochet in the center stitch of 3 round join. Oh God, I jumped over. I jumped over to the end of 4th round. My goodness, that is the problem with these the word walls. Boy, it gets really hard to figure out where you're supposed to look. Okay, recommence with 1 single crochet in the center stitch of 3 chain 3 and repeat. So center stitch of the 3rd chain. I literally could have just slip stitched over for this, but that's okay. Maybe they were not cool with slip stitching like that back then. I don't know. That's all right. It said to recommence with a single crochet. Okay, chain 3 and repeat. 1, 2, 3, and then work a single crochet, into the next middle chain of the next chain over. 1, 2, 3. Skip and then into that center chain stitch. 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to repeat this all around. I will be right back. So I went ahead and joined. It didn't say to join on that last round. It just says and repeat, but I'm going to assume I need to join. We'll see if I'm wrong. So 4th round, 1 double crochet on every stitch, 48 double in the round, and then join. So I think joining was fine. So I will chain 3. Let me move my camera back this way since I seem to keep pulling my hands back. So 1 double crochet in every stitch. So into my join is my first, and 1 into every chain 3, and 1 into the top of every single crochet. There we go. Okay, I'm going to get out from under this camera so that I could do this with a little bit more tact. I will be right back. Okay, so there we go. That is the end of round 4. I did join and I worked 1 little slip stitch just to hold everything in, and I had to stretch this out quite a bit to get it to go flat. Okay, 5th round. And where does 5th round end? 5th round ends right here. So it looks like this round may include some instruction. So we have 4 chain, 1 double crochet on the 2nd double crochet, 2 chain, cotton over the needle and insert, 2 chain, cotton over the needle and insert the hook in the same stitch as the double is worked into and draw the cotton through. Cotton over the hook and draw through 2 loops, cotton over the hook. Wow, that's a lot. So, I mean, I'm not going to memorize all that. So let's just take this 1 step at a time and start with 4 chains. I already have 1 worked. So 2, 3, and 4. And then 1 double crochet on the 2nd double crochet. So we're going to jump over the first one and work 1 here. Okay. Now, this is the start of the repeat, and the end of the repeat is here. Woo! Okay, the start of the repeat. 2 chain, 1, 2. Then it says yarn over and insert the hook in the same stitch as the double is worked. Okay? I am going to need, okay, as the double is worked, and draw the cotton through. Yarn over the hook and draw through 2 loops. So yarn over and draw through 2. Yarn over, insert the hook in the second, in the second double crochet of the last round and draw in the second double crochet of the last round. I'm already in the second double crochet of the last round. So, okay. And draw the cotton through. Okay. Yarn over the hook and draw through 3 stitches on the needle. Draw through 3. Repeat. I still have 2 on my hook. I guess repeat would be chain 2. Okay. I still need to work off these stitches. I'll just do it like that. Okay. Chain 2. I'm going to have to go through these probably until I'm halfway done before I get it memorized. Okay, chain 2, yarn over. Or am I supposed to go into the next? Hang on a minute. Was I supposed to go into the next? So yarn over and go into the next stitch? Maybe that's what they meant by second double, even though they said to, okay, all right, enough explanation from me because I don't know what I'm talking about. So let me go back to here, insert the hook in the second stitch of the last round and draw the cotton through. Second stitch of the last round. Then it says yarn over and draw through 2 stitches. Oh, now there's 3 on there. Yarn over and draw through 3. Okay. Okay. And then repeat. And then the repeat. 2 chain. Yarn over. Go back into the same stitch we just worked into. And draw up a loop. Right? And draw up a loop. Yarn over again. No. Cotton over and draw through 2 loops. Yes. Yarn over and insert the hook into the next stitch over and draw up a loop, then draw through 3. Oh, isn't that interesting? Look what we're creating here. Okay, let's see if I have it memorized now. Chain 2, go into the same stitch, pull up a loop. Yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, go into the next stitch over, pull up a loop. Yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, pull through 3. Chain 2. Oh, I had it memorized a little faster than I thought. Chain 2. This is nice. Go into the same stitch, pull up a loop, and draw through 2. Yarn over, go into the next stitch over, pull up a loop. Yarn over, draw through 2. Yarn over, draw through 3. Chain 2. Same stitch. Pull through 2. Yarn over, next stitch over, pull through 2. Then yarn over, pull through 3. I think I've got it memorized now. Okay. I will be right back. I wonder if I was supposed to do that here. No, because it said the next stitch over. It said to work the next stitch over on this side, because that looks a little out of place. Okay, I'll be right back. So I had to undo all that work because it was overpacking and really curling. And I think I was doing it wrong. Remember earlier in the pattern, it said second stitch way up here somewhere. And when I re-looked at the wording, it says through the second stitch. And I think that's their way of saying skip one and in the next one over. So here's what I've been doing. Chain two, and yes, go into the same stitch and pull through two. Then skip one and go into the next stitch after that, pull through two, and then pull through three. And it's actually, it's laying flat, it's open more. I think this is the way it's supposed to be. Before it was becoming way too unmanageable and I had to undo it. So chain two, go back into the same stitch, and then pull through two. Yarn over, skip one, and then the next one over, pull through two, then pull through three. Chain two, go into the same stitch, pull through two, yarn over, skip a stitch, and in the next stitch over, pull through two, then pull through three. That actually really is so much better than what I had before. I probably should have showed you before I undid it, but I wanted to practice with it. I think this is correct, you guys. So I'm going to keep working with it this way. And my stitch count down here is correct. I do have 48 stitches. So I'm going to be right back. I'm going to work this all the way around. Before it was just really getting tight and unmanageable. And I thought to myself, there's no way this is correct. I feel like this is really overpacking. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm going to finish this round this way. Okay, so there we go. The end of round 5, and I really like the way that this looks now. It was too much before. Okay, let's start round 6. Oh, and it did say to cut your yarn at the end of round 5. So fasten off at the end of the round, it says. And then okay, so we're going to end here. There we go. Recommence thus. Do 1 double crochet, 1 chain, 1 double crochet, 1 chain, 1 double crochet, all in 1 stitch of previous round. Miss 3 and repeat. Okay, I guess any stitch? And do they mean the chain space? No, they probably mean into the top of a stitch. Well, I'm going to come over here away from all these tails. So I've got somewhere else to weave in my tails that's not so crowded. All right, I'm going to chain 3 for my first double. Okay, 1, 2, 3. We're working 3 double crochets separated by chain 1. So let me start with chain 4. Chain 1. There we go. See here. See, do 1, chain 2, chain 3. Okay, I have that all in 1 stitch. Previous round. So skip 3 and repeat. The third time of working the same, miss 4 stitches instead of 3. That you may bring 18 groups exactly into the round. Okay, so they're just telling us how we can make working 18 work. So we got to fudge it just a little. Okay. So that'll be they recommend doing it the third time. All right, so I guess I'm not going to chain anything, and I'm going to skip, 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 and into the 4th stitch, which is going to be this chain here. If I can get into the chain. I really don't want to work into just one little loop of the chain. I'm trying to come down here. There we go. And we work 1 double, chain 1, 2 doubles, chain 1, 3 doubles. Now, when we work the third, skip 4 chains. So let's do that this time. So skip 1 chain, which is right here. You can't even see it. One stitch, one chain, that's 3, skip, and then into the next stitch here. And we work 1, chain 1, 2, chain 1, and 3. Yarn over and skip the 2 chains and the stitch area and into the next chain over. Start working it again. 1, chain 1, 2, chain 1, and 3. So it's looking for 8 groups of this sort of fanned out stitch, and that's what I'm going to work. Did I say 3 groups? I meant to say 18. Sorry. 18 groups. Okay, I will be right back, you guys. Okay, here is the end of round 6, and I have exactly 18 of these groups all around. So let's check out round 7, and that ends here. And it looks like we have to fasten off again at the end of round 7. Chain 3 to stand for a double crochet. Work 1 double on each stitch of last round and increase a stitch on every 3rd group to bring 96 treble into the round. Join and fasten off. So, okay, we're going to chain 3 for our first double. Work 1 double on each stitch of the last round and increase a stitch on every 3rd group. Okay, so every 3rd group. So working your doubles, and then here, maybe the center stitch, work 2. You know, so that is 1, 2, 3, work and increase. 1, 2, 3, work and increase. Okay. Chain 3. Next stitch over is going to be the chain space stitch. That's going to be tricky to get into. No, it's not. I fuss too much. Top of the double, the chain stitch, top of the double, there we go. I'm going to work my way over to that 3rd group and work a increase with you guys. Okay. Now the middle stitch, so I'll work this chain, and then here the middle stitch of the 3rd group, I will work an increase. There we go. And then carry on, and there is my chain. I'll be right back. I'm going to continue this all the way around. Okay, there we go, the end of round 7. I went ahead and weaved in all of my ends. So let's check out round 8. And it says here, work 3 consecutive double crochet, catch the last double stitch back into the first with it says a single crochet. That's a slip stitch. That I didn't see that before, but this is not a US pattern. That is a slip stitch. Chain 7, 3 consecutive double, caught back in the same way. Are these picot? All right, so I'm just going to pick a random stitch to join into. There we go. And from what I gather, I need to chain 3 for a double crochet. Work 3 consecutive treble. Okay, so that is 1, and then the next stitch over, that is 2, and then the next one over, that is 3. 3 consecutive double. Catch the last double stitch back into the first with a slip stitch. I wonder if they mean like a popcorn. 2, 3. Do you think they mean like a popcorn? I mean, that's awfully small for a popcorn stitch, but maybe that's what they mean. It's not easy doing it in this tight chain I made. Nope. It just doesn't want to go through. There we go. Like that. Okay. Then it says 7 chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And 3 consecutive in the same way. Where? Do I need to skip any? Maybe if it doesn't say to skip, I'm not going to skip. One, 2, and 3. Okay, maybe that is, it looks neat. All right, caught in the same way. Then work 5 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And repeat from here. Okay, wonder why only 5 this one. Maybe it's to help square it off. Maybe the 7 is a corner. Ooh. Maybe this is a square. Did I skip a stitch? No. 1, 2, and 3. Oh, damn. Then 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, of course it's not a square if it's every other one is 7 and every other one is 5. I just wonder why. I'm sure we'll find out in the next. Just go with it, right? Trust the process. So 1, 2, and 3. Here, let me get this out of your way. Now we chain 7. No. Now we work a like little popcorn stitch. Now we do 5. Split it. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'm going to keep repeating this all the way around, and I will be right back. Okay, so here we are, the end of round 8. And here is the back. I've been weaving in all of my ends as I go. It did say to cut at the end of round 8, so now we can move on to round 9. And that is here. And round 9 ends right here. I think we're joining at the end of round 9. Yes. Okay, so round 9, 1 single crochet in each, I'm sorry, I don't know why I said each, 1 single crochet in the center stitch of the loop of 7 chain. So let's just do everything one little step at a time. I'm just going to find a random chain 7. So here's a random chain 7. So if you count 3 chains up, 1, 2, 3, the 4th chain over is going to be the center. Okay, and it said to join with a single crochet. So, chain 2, and the next grouping of chains over is the 5 chain, and it said into the 2nd chain. So 1, 2, yarn over and work a double crochet into the 2nd chain. That's what I did rudely off camera. Okay, now it says to chain 2 and 1 double 3 times in the next stitch. So here in the 1 double 3 times in the next stitch. So in the next chain over, I'm guessing. 1, 2, and 3. 2 chains. And 1 double in the 3rd stitch of the same loop. Oh boy. Okay. So that is 1, 2. This is the 3rd stitch of the same loop. I'm already in the 3rd stitch of the same loop. Was that all supposed to be? No, it said in the next stitch, 2 chains. Here, you can't see it, can you? Then it says 2 chains, 1 treble in the 3rd stitch of the same loop, then 2 chain and repeat to the end of the round. I'm in the 3rd stitch of the chain. There's only 2 left. I mean, this is right next to it, so maybe I just work the very next one over. That way it matches like that. Okay, then it says to work 2 chains and repeat to the end of the round where you join. And so that was 1 1 single crochet into the 7th, or in the 7th chain. I'm not saying this right. In the 7 chain loop in the center. 1, 2. One, 2, 3, and in the 4th chain over, like that. I hope that's correct. Okay, and then 2 chains and 1 double in the 2nd stitch of loop of 5 chains. So I did do that right the first time. I don't know why it says in the 3rd chain whenever you're working in the 3rd chain, the very next one over. 2 chains and then 3 double into the next chain over, which is the 3rd chain of the same loop, but that's okay. 2 and 3, chain 2, and I'm just going to go into the very next chain over, work another double, chain 2, and into the 7 chain or chain of 7. 1, 2, 3. I feel like I'm missing one. I did. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so that's meant to be a single crochet. I'm going to go ahead and work this all around. Oh, you, Karina. There. Okay, I'm going to work this all around and I will be right back. Okay, here we are at the end of round 9. Last round, we're going to work. It does not say to cut. 1 single crochet. I may need to put this right here. Okay. 1 single crochet on the single crochet of the last round. Okay. So that's probably going to be right here. So I already chained 1. I joined into the single crochet. All right. Chain 4 or 4 chain, then 1 single crochet in the loop after the first treble stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4 in the loop. Okay. It says in the loop, not the stitch. Okay, then we work 4 chains again. Here we go, 4 chain, 1 single in the next loop. Okay, over here. Okay, 4 chains, 1 single in the next loop. I guess that's going to be right here. 4 chains, 1 single in the next loop, 4 chains and repeat. Okay, so easy round. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next loop. All right, so I'm going to work this all the way around. I will be right back. I'm all done, but before I show you what it is, because I haven't uncovered this, I don't know what it is yet. I know what it obviously looks like, a little doily. I've decided to block it, not set it. It's just going to be in water because I'm going to put it into the scrapbook. But first, let's uncover it and see what it's called. And then in the next segment, you will see it blocked, and then you'll see it after it's been blocked. So in the meantime, I may need to get my tweezers on this one. Okay. Crochet medallion. And I think from what I've seen in some of these older books, medallions are used for like a piece of linen, and you cut out the shape of the medallion and you put it in there like in a little more decorations next to it. I'm not describing it well. Anyways, or you could probably use a medallion, sew them all together and make like a little pillowcase or something with them. But stay tuned. I'm going to block it real quick. Okay. Here it is, all blocked. I didn't put a pin in everything because I wanted it to have sort of a wave a little bit, you know, a little bit of shape. I'll be back whenever this is mostly dry. And let me show you the scrapbook so far. I think there's only a couple of things in there, but this is going to be one of them for sure. Got a little hair on there. Be right back. Okay, here is the scrapbook so far. I only have a couple of things in here. The 1846 cuff and the 1846 doily. And for the doily, because I still had the pattern for that, I did add the pattern. Please don't make fun of my sewing if you're new to the channel. I don't know how to sew. But this one that we're making today will go in here. And so there we go. That's it for the scrapbook anyways so far. That one will go here along with its pattern. So I'll put that right here and probably put the pattern just below it. Okay, so here it is. I did take the blow dryer to it just to quicken the drying process because there's no starch or glue on this. So it was fine to take the blow dryer to it. But isn't that pretty just the way it is? Oh, I do like this. It would be really pretty if you wanted to put like a candle on it, you know, like a candle plate. I mean, not a raw candle, but like a candle plate or something along those lines. But I'll hold this up for you so you can get a good look at all of the stitching. And here is the back. All of the ends are completely weaved in my opinion, seamlessly. Just kidding. There it is. And I'm not going to sew it into the scrapbook. Oops, sorry, into the scrapbook here on camera. But it will go here. Make sure that that is, there we go. That's the right side up. So it will go here, and I will put the pattern for it like probably like this. And then I can write on the sides what it is, but yeah, there we go. Or could I? No, there's no room for that. Okay, it'll just have to go like this. There we go. And that is how I will have this one. Really cool, right? So you guys, let me know what you think in the comments. This is our 1885 crochet medallion or small doily. It was probably meant to be smaller than it is now. Oh, I almost forgot. Justin brought me the picture. Ha! How can I forget the picture? I can include the picture in here somewhere too. Like move this off to the side and maybe cut it a little cleaner. Here's the picture. And here it is. And I think I'm really proud of myself for this one. I really feel like I nailed it this time, which isn't something I often do, but there we go. I do feel like I got it. At least, you know, bear in mind, this is a drawing, okay? This is reality. So, all right, you guys, let me know what you think in the comments. And let's see. I really want to find the right placement for this. Maybe something like this, or no, maybe, well, I can cut the edge smaller and I can put them like this. What do you guys think? Like, this is the placement that I settled with. I cleaned up around the picture. I cut this a little straighter and made sure that the date was still on there, originally, you know, handwritten and everything. And then the medallion just right there, center front. So I think this is better. And maybe, yeah, like that. That way it's flatter at the top. Okay, I like this placement. So I'm going to go ahead and put all of this into the book and write down the appropriate information. And now I will see you guys in the next mystery. Bye.